a few things set up here before we get this underway. Alright, first things first here, we're going to go ahead and walk through the build. Pretty simple, pretty common use build for Crusaders right now. Core of the build is Heaven's Fury, Fires of Heaven. It's going to get you the damage that you want. You can use slash if you feel like you don't like taking the time downtime, because occasionally you will hit a downtime spout because all the damage is coming from Heaven's Fury. Some people prefer to rock the Steed's Charge with the Endurance just for more mobility, and when you do hit those down spouts, you just get the hell out of there. Pretty simple concept. I use both Shield Glare and Provoke to help build Wrath, because it is definitely Wrath intensive build. With Shield Glare, I go with the Zealous Glare. It helps you gain 9 Wrath for every enemy you hit, and also will help you stay alive a little bit when you got everyone dazed and rolling all over the place. Provoke, I use the taunted enemies have their attack speed and movement speed reduced. I really think it helps slow down some damage when you're in T6 or even in some of the higher rifts. And then with Laws of Valor, I use Unstoppable Force. It reduces the cost of all your skills by 50%, which is huge in the Wrath intensive build of Shotgun. And then Akarat's Champion with Prophet, just for more armor, defensive capabilities, help keep me alive when I'm doing greater rifts and things of that nature. For the passives, I run Heavenly Strength. Obviously, you're going to be using a two-hander in this build. It's built around a two-hander, so you have to have it. Wrathful is your life healer. It heals a lot because it's it only it's 1341, but that's per Wrath spent, and you're shooting out 40 Wrath at a time. So you're looking at 40,000 life plus the 1% bonus from your global healing, which is another couple 200-300 more. So you're looking at almost 1,700 per Wrath times 40. It's really good. It does heal. It doesn't look that great when you glance at it, but it really is useful. I also run Indestructible, which gives you that free death, and this one is really nice because it increases your life per kill for 5 seconds, and it heals you for 100,000 health, which right now I'm only at 428,000, so 25% of my life every time I kill something for 5 seconds is not bad. And on top of that, it also makes you immune to damage for that 5 seconds. So you do increased damage, gain life per kill, and you're immune to damage for 5 seconds. Perfect. And with everything else, Finery is just such a huge boost to damage that it's really hard not to have it in your build. I'm currently in the process of trying to get a Hellfire Amulet that rocks Finery so that I can switch this out and put on Holy Cause for more healing and damage. But that's if I can ever find a good one. I have not been successful in doing so yet. So that's the core concept. Like I said, you can switch around Steed's Charge if you want to get a resource builder. It's really up to you and your playstyle. I kind of mix them around depending on what I'm doing. If I'm kind of going for speed, I throw out Steed Charge. If I'm going for when I'm running with other people, I kind of switch that out for my primary builder, because when we're fighting the bigger, greater rift bosses and whatnot, it really helps having that. So the ability to produce Wrath and still do damage. So now for the gear, you have to have the Fate of the Fell. Have to have it, because without it you only do 1 shot instead of the 3, and the 3 is where you get your big damage. So you have to have that. Mine's not perfect. It's not perfect in any means, but it's the best that I got, and it does the job. I personally prefer a cons set. That way, every time you're popping your Akarat's champion, you get the another 50% reduced cost of abilities. So you can kind of bounce between those two, that and your Valor, to kind of manage your resource spending. You can even pop both of them and spend next to nothing for some time. Besides that, you want to look at getting, I'm rocking the Oryx Crown with the 98% increased effect of the gem socket there, so that gives me almost 25% reduced cooldown of all skills. If you have plenty of reduced of all skills, you could pop a health gem in there, get 44% increased life, which is great survivability. Besides that, it's pretty basic. You want to look for reduced resource cost or cooldown, so you can keep hitting your cooldowns. Crit and crit chance and crit damage will always do the thing. It's pretty simple. I'm using the helm because I'm using a Ring of Grandeur, which I don't have socketed right now, which I'm looking to do soon, which will bring my damage down a little bit. But I also got reduced all resource costs on it, which I'm happy with. But it's pretty simple. The Reaper's Wraps, I would recommend, get that 20% holy damage on them, get that increased primary resource with Health Globe pickup. Because one of the concepts with this build to make it go faster is whenever you are shooting, you got that little delay in it. But if you shoot and stutter step as so, you can actually shoot a little bit faster. So you will be moving around and picking up all the little health globes around you if you do it that way. I get lazy myself and I don't always do it in that fashion. But Reaper's Wraps with that will really help the resource. People argue, not necessarily argue, but people kind of bounce back and forth. I think the Hell Skull shield is really good for this. You get that 10% increased damage, which cuts the penalty in half. And then it's a pretty solid Crusader shield. You can get resource production on it and whatnot. Other people say to rock let me find it here for you. You could also, if you don't have that shield yet, the Hollow Barricade will work well. You can get that holy skill on it. The only thing is it's not a Crusader shield, so it won't get some of those Crusader specific bonuses that can really help. Like this, gain an additional 1,199 life per wrath spent. So, that's another 40,000 life almost right there that I'm getting per cast of the Heaven's Fire, or Heaven's Fury. So I think that's pretty good, pretty useful. Other than that, your primary focus is damage, crit damage, resource reduction, and cooldown. If you can get the Witching Hour, it's one of the best belts in the game for almost all DPS. It takes a little time, but besides the hammer is the only thing that's 100% necessary. Preferably, I would like to get a Stone of Jordan to put on here so I can get more holy damage. But I'm rocking what I got right now, and I can do things pretty simply. I'll give you just a few minutes here of rocking this out, just jumping around different places, show you kind of how it all correlates and works together. So. So you're gonna hit these little like down spots, but that's really up to you. I kind of prefer to round things up, get the bigger amount of people. Rock Shield Glare when I have the full amount of stuff around me to do so. But, once you have those things popped, you can cast this way more often. And as you see, I'm not really stair-stepping that attack when I'm doing this. I just don't really see it as necessary. These things are not too hard for my current build and gear. See, and once you get everything going, you start, those beams are critting in the mid to upper, like 25 to 30 million, sometimes a little more. It just kind of depends, and when they do, they just destroy things. Even when you fight the blue and yellow packs, you know, you have great survivability because of all the healing that you get back. As you can see, just if you watch my health bar as I attack, I just fill my health up, which means I don't need nearly as much health to stay alive. And even if I do get dropped quickly by something, it's really easy for that, you know, free death to proc, and then I do more damage, and you know, I do more damage and I heal extremely fast with that extra life on kill. So it's a very good build. It will get you through a lot of things. I will say it does get, in my opinion, it does get a little boring over playing it, but you know, that's just I think that's really, honestly, every build in Diablo will get boring over time. But you know, that's just the game. You know, I mix it up a lot. There's a valuable fire build that I'm gonna, if I can get my hands on a furnace, which I've been unable to do yet, I'm gonna put it up here too. So yeah, that would be your shotgun Crusader. It's simple, it's easy. You just all it requires is the one weapon, and once you get that, you're good to go. So you know, this is Cyrus Kane, just throwing out a little knowledge for you guys. Any questions or concerns, leave a comment, post something up, and hope you enjoyed the video. You guys enjoy yourselves. You have a wonderful one. Toodles.